Yo, how's it going, guys? We're back and we're better for the divisionals playoff runs. Congratulations to everybody who made it and who is here. That was a pretty crazy weekend. First of all, glory to God. Thank you. Um, Second of all, nowadays it's kind of um 30 seconds. But nowadays it's getting kind of crazy out in the world, man. So I do these videos just to step away from all of that, and just talk about something that's not meaningless, but not very important when it comes to life, just that's basically what my channel is all about. Um, I generally just want just to have a good time, you know, enjoy yourself. Life is short and going to support your favorite teams, your favorite people, your favorite clubs. I think that's what it's all about. And you just, you know, unplug. So that's what this is. We coming off a great hot week, 6-0, first undefeated week of the season. I mean, that's technically not a lie. So we're gonna go through these games. It's kind of crazy how it all unfolded because it was looking a little scary for a couple of games. So let's just go right into it. Um, yeah, wild weekend. So let's keep it going. Okay, first game was the Rams and the Panthers. What a fucking game this was. Carolina fucking had them, man. They had them. Just could not convert a big three and out in the second half that just killed them. Um, the Rams are not a perfect team. They're a damn good team. They have a lot of weapons on the offensive side. Stafford, Adams, Puka, Parkinson, Higby, Kyron, Blake, like all these guys are very, very good players. And that's why they're in the playoffs. That's why they're here. However, their defense is it's so streaky, but they have to tighten that up if they want to beat the Bears. And it's just it's hard to it's hard to bet on that. They weren't able to run the ball that well. Um, it just took some late magic from Puka to pull this game out. And yes, the defense clutched up at the end, but they played a little not within themselves. But I mean, if you've been watching the Rams, then this is kind of who they've been all year. Very high scoring offense, but the defense gives it up, and you just got to pray that you come out on top. Um, Fortunately for the Rams, the Panthers are not the Seahawks and will make you pay for turnovers. But I mean, I don't know. Like they had it, man. Everybody was up. Jalen Coker. I told you guys about Jalen Coker, man. He went crazy. Bryce had one mistake, just costly. So it's tough because they have Bryce coming on the fifth year option this year, or coming next year in 26. I think they're gonna keep him for this year. I don't think they're gonna extend them though. Um, they don't. I don't think they want to do like another Tua situation. Quarterback plays well, not excellent, not exceptional, but decent in a contract year. Boom, they let him. They don't even think about it. Boom, they Um, they signed him to a long-term deal. Now look at the Dolphins. They're, I think it was $95 million cap hit next year if they were to cut Tua. And I mean, Tua just wasn't good and can't uplift a team if you're paying them all this fucking money. So they have a decision they're gonna make. I would write out the last year on his contract and then just see what happens. If not, go and sign somebody. But it's tough for the Panthers. They had him, man. They really did. So they got to run the ball better. Rico Dowdle, Chuba Hubbard, like I don't know. Rico should be the number one, honestly. Going into next year, they signed him this past year, 3-year deal, I believe. They gotta give that man the rock. Man, homie had two 200-yard games. Like what are we doing? Like they somehow luck in, they win the division, losing the game against the Bucks, and then now they're here. They had a chance to win, but they need to run the ball better. So let's see if they can improve that next year. Um, yeah, shout out to Dave Canales. I think he coached pretty well. They just they just weren't perfect enough when the time needed. And getting swept by the Falcons, I believe, or the Saints. They got swept by the Saints, I think. That's just not good enough. It's just not, but that's just the NFC South. But the point is, we covered 10 and a half. Let's go. So that's 1-0. Green Bay versus Chicago. This is probably the craziest game of the weekend. 21-3, Jordan Love looking like Peyton Manning, throwing all these dimes all over the field. Um, and then all of a sudden, it's 21-3. They come out in the second half and they can't run the fucking ball. They can't play defense. Caleb Williams and it's 4th and fucking 12. He's rolling out and he throws on his left side, throwing, and he hits Loveland or Komet. He hits a tight end for the first down, keep the drive going. That's special, man. That's so special. And I had seen flashes of this, and my boy Bryce would tell me, like, oh, Caleb's not good. Caleb's not good. I'm like, bro, Caleb is kind of good. And this is just his worst nightmare. Um, so Chicago plus 1.5. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. The comeback was real. And then, I mean, Caleb Williams was just amazing. Um, but the defense held him down, got to, and then Jordan Love, last play of the game, drops the ball, and then rolls out and tries to throw it. Man, it's crazy. It's just a wild game. I didn't think I would be able to say, come out here and say, like, yeah, we took Chicago, but we did. So that's fun. Okay. So yeah, 2-0. Next one. This was a great game. Buffalo, Jacksonville. The Jags were up, man. They were up with like 3 minutes. ETN scores. Like it's 21-24. There's 3 minutes left. They're thinking like, bro, we got this shit. They hadn't moved the ball. Or it was like 20. Yeah, it was 20-24. So they're up a touchdown. They're up by a touchdown, 3 minutes left. And then fucking Josh Allen just puts on the cape, drives him down the field. I forget who he hit. Was it Kincaid? I think it was Kincaid. Um, hits Kincaid for the game-winning touchdown. Like, oh, the turnovers kill the Jags. Like, just horrible, horrible interceptions. The first one, whatever, it's bad. The second one is even worse. It's first down. It's first down, the 2 minute drill. Come on, let's see what you got. Let's get three to tie. The first play hits Jacoby Myers' hands, and it's a pick. And that's it. That's all she wrote. And it's tough. It's so tough. Jacksonville, you're a great team. What the reporter said after the game was very unprecedented, but caring. And because I had never heard that before from any reporter showing sympathy or empathy to a team. Never. They use that time to take their licks. And especially if it's somebody that they don't like, they're gonna have fresh share of criticism. So for that to happen, very unfortunate that it got so much backlash, but I didn't think it was a big deal. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, Jacksonville, you're right there. Trevor Lawrence had a hell of a season. ETN, great season. Parker Washington, he came on late. Um, we'll see what happens next year. I think Parker Washington is there to stay. Um, so expect him to be a number two at least contributor going into next year. Okay, so 3-0, Buffalo -1.5. That was crazy. Next one, San Francisco, Philly, San Francisco +6. I thought that was way too much because they had their toughest game last week that they just couldn't move the football. They had their chances, but they were just sloppy. They only scored 3 points. I knew they would come out swinging, and this is the part of football that I feel like I was missing this year. That if a team plays badly one week, that does not mean they're going to translate to the next, and vice versa. So this is a straight example of us not giving up on San Francisco, knowing that they're a great team and that Philadelphia was just a little bit flawed. AJ Brown dropping four fucking passes, or three passes. They just couldn't get shit from Saquon. I mean, excuse me, Saquon 106. But when they like actually needed it, I mean, he had the injured hip, and I'm being a little unfair on Saquon. The receivers, Dallas Goedert and company, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, they needed to step up, and they didn't help him. They didn't help um, Jalen Hurts. I guess he only had 75 yards passing in the second half. It's just not good enough. And then Saquon gets the hip pointer. He goes out for a drive or two, and that's like it's in the third, fourth quarter. It's in the second half where they need him. They need him on the field, and they couldn't do it. And San Francisco just put the death grips on them, and that was it. So shout out to Brock Purdy, man. Quick recovery for George Kittle. Got the torn Achilles. That fucking sucks, man. And then might be it for him because he's a little older. I hope not, but he is done for next year for sure. I think so. Like, I hope not. I hope I'm wrong, but it sucks. Sucks for Kittle. McCaffrey, Jawan Jennings, all those guys, Yeah, Demarcus Robinson had a hell of a game. So they have their work cut out for them this week, that's for sure. But shout out to Mike, Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch. They're doing a great job. Great job. Okay. So 3-0 or 4-0, excuse me, 4-0. Then we got New England going against the Chargers, and New England just dismantled them. They didn't even need to score all that much. They were just all on Justin Herbert. I believe it was 5 sacks. They couldn't do anything. I think the three was early too. So very unfortunate. I think they went for it and they didn't get it. They tried to be aggressive. Yeah. New England is just a good team. And a lot of people were thinking the Chargers were going to win and give New England problems, but I think New England is a well-oiled machine, man. And Houston better come ready because they're going to be a tough out. It's going to be a good game. So yeah, -3.5, 5-0, and then Houston, Pittsburgh. This game started off shaky. Pittsburgh comes out, hits the three right away. Then they're like, whatever. CJ turns it over. He had 3 turnovers. He had 2 fumbles and a pick. And at the end of the first half, it was 7-6. I'm like, what are you doing, CJ? How do you do this to me? How do you do this to your team? A flea flicker, gone wrong, holding the ball too long. Like, take the sack, bro. Just take the sack. But they won. So the defense bailed them out. Aaron Rodgers' last game, that was a little sad to see, but the defense just worn out, man. Just on the field too much, and game broke open. Woody Marks takes it home, and then the last pass that Aaron Rodgers throws is a pick six. So that's not quite the storybook ending that he was hoping for, but you know, it is what it is. Pittsburgh moving on from Tomlin. That was shocking, like absolutely shocking. I could not believe that they did that. I have a feeling that Mike Tomlin is gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. So very unfortunate for this year, but maybe 19 years, man. That's a long time. It's a long time. So it was time. We'll see who the Steelers hire. The Texans, not Texans. Yeah, Texans move on. Um, hopefully that CJ doesn't turn the ball over like this against New England because otherwise they're gonna lose. So, but the defense: Will Anderson, Daniil Hunter, um, Toto, Rankins, Sangstro, Stingley, like those guys, very, very good. So it's gonna be a fun game next week. 6-0, boys. That is crazy. So that puts us at 131 and 146. Okay, we're improving the winning percentage. I I like that. Okay. Let's go. Buffalo, Denver, in Mile High, first time in 10 years, guys. 10 fucking years since we've had a playoff game at home. That's crazy. Denver -1.5. The money was on Buffalo. I mean, the favorites were Buffalo. Then all of the money has came in on the Broncos. So 1.5 is damn near a pick 'em pick. And who do you think I'm gonna fucking pick here? Come on, guys. Come on. Denver minus 1.5. Let's fucking go. Okay, San Francisco, Seattle, meeting for the third time. Personally, I think San Francisco is going to put up a good fight. It's going to be a lot closer. I do think Seattle's going to win, though. Yeah, San Francisco +7. That's crazy. I do think Seattle's going to win, though, but 7 points? Wow. Houston, New England. New England -3. Can Drake May dice up this Houston's defense team? My short answer is no. I don't think he can. Will they still win though? I maybe. Do I see Houston covering? I can. I can see them covering. I can see them outright winning. So give me Houston. Come on. +3. Let's go. And the final game, the Rams, the Chicago Bears. Rams -4.5. Give me Chi-Town +4.5. And that's all she wrote. Let's go. Yep. All right, guys. Um, yeah, coming to the end, it's kind of sad. Even though this year has been 131 and 146, I've learned a lot this year. So that is a valuable lesson in and of itself. Never be too cocky. Always be humble. Respect your opponent. Respect yourself. Take it easy, guys. And as always, stay classy, San Diego.